NASA wants to know, everyone to know, that no, your zodiac sign has not changed.
That's right. What is your sign?
Gemini.
What's your sign?
Gemini.
Gemini. I am Sagittarius. I'm on the cusp. You know what the cusp is?
Yeah, when you're like right on the border.
Right on the border. Sagittarius and Capricorn.
All right.
Woohoo. So this all started last week when NASA published an article that said instead of 12 constellations, there were actually 13. And this prompted many media outlets to report there are now 13 zodiac signs, which means your sign probably changed. But don't worry, everyone. A NASA spokesperson felt the need to tell everyone that that is not the case because NASA studies astronomy.
Not astrology.
I love it. Derrick Pitts, chief astronomer and planetarium director for the Franklin Institute, is in Philadelphia. Derrick, first things first, for the people who are freaked out, can you lay out the difference, please, between astronomy and astrology? Let's take us back to second grade.
Sure. It's really very easy. Astronomy is the study of the physics of objects in the evening sky and how they relate to each other and the scientific pursuit of understanding that, whereas astrology is a belief system that was first adopted over 3,000 years ago in which the position of the planets and the sun in the sky gave some meaning for people's lives on Earth. So one is a scientific pursuit. One is more of an artistic pursuit than anything else.
I like that, artistic pursuit. Yes,
that's a good way to describe it.
Will I meet somebody this weekend? That's the artistic pursuit.
Yeah. So let's get to the core of all of this confusion. First of all, there was an article written. So tell us what that article was about, what NASA was trying to explain, and how the 12 signs of the zodiac, were created.
Oh, sure. It's actually really simple. The way it works out is that when this system was first created some 3,000 years ago, it was set up on the understanding that the position of the sun in the sky moved through 12 positions, or was set against the background of 12 constellations. And so we have the system that describes the year with 12 months. Well, if we look at the actual motion of the sun around the sky, what we find is that there's actually an extra, there's space between two of those, what we call zodiac constellations, where the sun can also be said to be part of those stars during the course of the year. So that's where the quote-unquote 13th sign comes from, but it doesn't really exist in astrology at all. It's 12 zodiac signs, and that's the fixed number. So if we compare the astrological description of this to the actual astronomical description, we find that's a difference. Now, but that's not the one that's really the big problem here. The real big problem is that when the system was originally set up, it didn't account for the motion of the Earth's axis. And the Earth's axis has a really interesting motion that changes the North Star over a period of many thousands of years. Well, that also caused a shift in the starting point of the astrological calendar and the basis for all this. So actually, the actual current position of the stars and the sun's position according to the zodiac system is one zodiac symbol off from the original setup.
Oh boy!
So, wow!
Wait a minute.
Right, and that's the reason why. Right, and that's the reason why I talk about this as more of a belief system. And for a belief system, that's just fine if people want to believe in it, but we can't confuse it with true, real astronomy.
That's why I stick to the Chinese zodiac, Derrick. I am a rooster in the Chinese zodiac.
Yes,
I thought maybe they didn't, qualify that 13th constellation because of the number 13. The bad luck.
It would be bad luck, right? So that's not a good idea.
All right.
You're right.